question 12, part D. So I'm going to move over to part D. Now, this relates to our information from part C as well here. So it says solve the inequality, and it's the real component of P times Q plus 8. When is that smaller than the imaginary component of P and Q all squared? Okay, so P and Q are from here, so I'll leave it over here. Now, P times Q, let's start with that. PQ, that's just going to be the multiplication of these two complex numbers, so 1 minus 3i, and Q is just x plus 2x plus 1i. Okay, now this can be multiplied out, so 1 times x is x, 1 times all of that will be 2x plus 1i, and the middle terms will be negative 3xi, and then finally negative 3 will multiply by 2x plus 1, the i and the i will become I squared, which is also a negative 1, so negative and the negative 1 will give us a plus, and then 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3. So let's group all of our imaginary and real terms there. So this will be 7x plus 3, and then in terms of our I, we have 2x plus 1 minus 3x. So we're just going to be left with positive 1, then minus x. So plus 1 minus xi. So we know that the real component, this is the real here, and this is the imaginary bit here. So let's try and solve this equation. The real of PQ, which is 7x plus 3 plus 8, when is that less than the imaginary bit all squared, which is going to be 1 minus x all squared? Okay, so we're going to get 7x plus 11 is less than, is going to be 1 minus 2x plus x squared. If I expand this out. Now I'm just going to move everything onto the right hand side here. So I'm going to have x squared. 7x will turn to a negative, so it'll be negative 9x. The 11 will turn to a negative, so it'll be minus 10. And I'm just left with 0. Now you might see this the other way around. You might see x squared minus 9x minus 10 on this side, but greater than 0, either or. That is actually factorizable, this quadratic. So it's 0 is less than, and this is just going to be x plus 1 and x minus 10. Yep. And there's a few ways to sort of graphically see when this is actually just a quadratic that looks like this. Our intercepts will be at 10 and negative 1 if we did a null factor law. So when is this graph greater than 0? 0 being the x-axis, it'll be when x is less than negative 1 and when x is greater than 10. So x is less than negative 1 and x is greater than 10. Okay, that's the answer to part D.